schoolyard. Everyone has a handout. You should have the PowerPoint, and you should also have a handout that is yellow and stapled. Okay, everyone okay? All right, we're gonna go ahead and look at what's in our schoolyard soil. So you have happy little kids. They've got that, what is it, 8x15 plot. And looks like they are doing some hands-on, hopefully inquiry-based learning. As we are going to
the computer, not the screen. Is it turned on?
Dr. West, you're reading my mind. Now it is. Okay, so Team A, we are going to have roles, principal investigator. Teammate B will be your timekeeper, recorder, reporter. D will be your maintenance director. And if you have a group of 3, which we will have 2 groups of 3 and 1 group of 4, since we are 10. Actually, we are 9, so it'll be 3, 3, and 3 today. So you guys will have someone that's a maintenance director and also a timekeeper. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and pass out the name tags for your group. So you will be in groups of 3. And all right, double check that you have all of these jobs. Everyone should have each job. Once you're done identifying whether everyone has one, go ahead and give each member of your group a role, a job.
That's so much.
Wait, are we?
Okay.
That's 3.
Wow.
Wow. Sorry.
All right.
Yeah, I have a boy and
Yeah, it's very relevant.
Did you just throw food without even asking?
Yeah.
We can like rock, paper, scissors.
Here.
All right, you have 2
I
seconds.
say we rock,
1, 2,
Timekeeper.
moving on. Shouldn't be that difficult. All right, do not put soil for our safety expectations. Do not put soil or any other material in your mouth. Be especially careful with any glass instruments you might have. In this case, we should not have any glass. We are purposely using plastic. And then set instruments down in a way that will not roll off the table. Okay? Minimize dust in the air by pouring soil slowly and carefully. I think we've all done that before where there's a big poop in our face. We don't want that.
Toward the
Big
computer.
poop, like,
Oh.
yeah.
Toward the computer.
Toward the computer, right? My arms are going to be like, okay. So record the location your sample was taken. So on your yellow handout for number 1, you will record the location that your sample was taken. So each one of you should have a soil sample, and you're going to record where it should have been taken.
So like the address.
This is the light map that you should have put your fully shaded, partially shaded. This is the location we're
So the
referring to.
address.
Yes. All right, for number 2, once you record the location, you're going to sketch the soil sample and you're going to describe it. So go ahead and sketch your sample and describe it. If you do not have a sample, you may feel free to use your neighbor's sample.
I promise I did it. It's on my calendar.
She did tell me it. It's like 15, 20 minutes before class started.
Yeah.
I forgot. Like, it's okay.
Dirt. That's what I'm like, it's dirt, what?
It's dirty.
Be a good scientist, draw what you can. And then some descriptive words. Hear a lot of tapping?
Bless
Bless
you.
you.
I'm gonna give you guys about a minute. And if you already answered number 2, you can go ahead and answer number 3. How damp does the soil feel? Very dry, slightly damp, moist, very wet. Go ahead and circle one.
Which is moist,
Oh.
it's not.
They're moist, it's fine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's very wet.
So if you are done, and only if you're done, if I could have a few students go ahead and move over to the back corner of the room where there are 3 samples. Only if you're done. If I could have 3 or 4 students come up over here at a time.
Back to start with.
Like the primary.
You don't have to bring your sample. We're gonna do some rotations.
Separate.
Oh, yeah.
It's
I
actually.
had
a
better
huge
develop
part,
it
yeah.
with the preschoolers.
Well, that's actually in our methods, it's like a huge thing, like before every lesson, they're like, are you gonna separate them this time?
So you still haven't taken that 6th grade class yet? Is that where you do it?
Yeah,
I'm taking it next semester.
pretty
Take it
awful.
during the summer?
Actually, it's really fun, we just play games, we played patty cake today.
I'll be
Oh,
here.
man. It was intense, we played patty cake today, I slapped her in the face on it. She was going a little harder than I wanted her to go, it was like, my, like, we had to go really, really fast, and just like. It bad. What else? We played a game where we got to like kick balls at like bowling pins. But we are actually, the kids are coming in for the next 2 weeks, so we're doing a lesson plans right now and designing games.
So once
It's
this
so
fills up,
fun.
you're gonna answer number 4.
You get to,
I mean,
you
it's-
just run around.
Kindergarten to 5th grade.
Oh, okay.
We're doing, so
Yeah,
it's
and this is
6
where we
hours
come, we're
because
like,
it's 2
oh my gosh,
classes.
studying so
The
much.
first, like,
Think of funny
they
things.
split the semester, so the first part of the semester is all elementary. And we'll do it again for high school. And they actually have 2 different professors. So it's 6 hours for one semester, but it's really 2 different
So I
classes.
wonder how it's gonna be in the summer. I know we have like a meeting that week.
It's the same way. They actually bring in
that was separated.
one teacher for a little while and
Wednesday,
then
we
the
had
other
2
teacher
different
comes
professors teaching us.
later. Like you're there for longer than we are.
Yeah.
But shortened, so you do both at once, yeah.
Objectives in the other one.
So you, like, whereas I'm there
So
for
it's very,
3,
like,
so it's
you,
split,
like,
like we
feel
do like
pushed and
2 months
pulled
of
in
one,
2
2 months of
separate
the other.
directions 'cause they're-
You're
they
gonna
weren't
do 2
Weeks.
working
months.
together,
Yeah.
yeah.
But you'll be there for 6 hours,
Yeah.
which
I think it's
the,
actually like 8 to 12. I think it's 4 hours every day.
the new lady is pretty interesting.
What's her
She's, her B, starts with B, I forgot. I'm bad at names, really bad at names.
Who was the other one?
Meanie's the old one. It used to be Meanie and Griffin, but Meanie stopped doing it. And now it's,
I'm good with names.
she's
as
pretty
long as I
awesome.
can
She's pretty, the new lady's
actually
pretty
try
cool,
to
but she's
remember
very
it.
like
I'm not trying to
expressive
like, it makes me
and
sound
like
really
excited
different.
and like says things that I'm like, I will never ever, she has a tambourine. She was like, so you're gonna shoot your little tambourine and call it this. And I'm gonna be like,
Yeah, that's what I said
like,
to the kids in the
Austin?
law classes.
Is that science that we're talking about over there?
teaching, but
Teaching, but no.
Can they finish?
So the soil.
They should be finished. Well, we only have one station set up because we only have one iPad. So,
This is when you get kids that they're good.
alright, I'm gonna have two more people come up over here, please. So we're gonna have two people come up over here.
you got it.
So I think we can fill this up a little bit. So we
The other
have
day I
three
saw it.
samples, clay, sand, and
Sandy
silt.
clay down
They have a
there.
microscope going on it. So
Or
for
60,
number
30, 10.
4, it's saying make observations of the 3 different soils and sketch what you see with the smart scope. You have the smart scope on there, so you're just gonna sketch what you see, and they have it on the plate right now.
She's here.
Is she similar to
What we gave our mixed teachers.
So.
She's all like a sketch.
Is she older?
Sketch, yeah, sketch what you
Yes,
see.
but she'll, they're like 50s, 60s, but very low. I know she's not teaching.
That's what I always say.
So she's like,
Just take a picture.
not like a new, it's not much of a professor like.
She's a new professor. She takes over out of the school. They don't start and said you're good enough to do this.
That was cool.
She like today we're going to it. She's like, honestly, I don't know any of these terms, but like apparently I do know. So she was like, they're just really fancy terms for things you're doing anyway. So yeah, I mean it makes sense.
I'm excited, I only have to do a couple of my observation hours. Because I work at a summer camp, I talked to Dr. Griffin, he's like, oh yeah, just as long as you get them to sign up on it during the summer, you can get all those. Yeah, I know. I mean, well, I mean, I'm working,
Now look at the sand and notice the
I spend 15 minutes with 6th and 7th grade.
That's really neat.
Go ahead.
That's really neat.
Aquarium, right?
So,
Let's go ahead and draw that.
I think this might be my job.
Notice your drawing is different.
You're an adult.
Oh? No? Nope. Well, it's automated, so I was like waiting for it to
Yeah, I got
do
you.
its automated thing. And then I was gonna step out if it was my job, but then it didn't say anything on that one. So I was like, that wasn't like the all shut, it was like I was like,
No, I didn't think it was a show. I knew it was like, wait, what am I trying to do? I'm not offended. It's really hard to offend me.
it's like when you're driving and you're like, hold on, I need to see, you turn down the radio.
But that's actually been proven to help though.
I know, because you don't.
That cracks me up.
A smart scope. Actually, you know what, Sarah?
Oh, perfect.
but I'm like,
So I think this piece itself is like $100, and I think this itself
See
is
playing.
It's like
Oh, playing games is like, oh, I like planks.
somewhere around.
Planks is easy.
You dance?
Dirt.
It is. Depends on the table you
it's just like this, but for food.
So you don't have tables typically. Actually, they have the lunch tables, right?
Like we cover all the same one class and all that, the obviously. We do Danielson and the Mary Warner, Mercy, Murphy, whatever.
And once once you're done, go ahead and go back to your table and go ahead and answer number 5. Alright, if I could have the last group, go ahead and come up over here, and if you're finishing up and you were at the station, you need to work on number 5 quietly at your desk, while the next group comes up here and goes and look at these samples. Alright guys. Alright, so for this station, we have 3 samples of soil. We have clay, sand, and silt. What we have here is a smart scope, and so it has the ability to pretty much read. This right here will give you the magnification. Yeah. So, I don't need to draw. What you're going to do is you're going to sketch what you see here, okay?
Take that away from me or something?
I just don't have steady hands.
Maybe I shake you more than
Yeah,
you
like you
are,
can see, like, do either y'all have steady hands?
Try.
That's funny, because I can't even.
And you want to get it really
Close.
yeah. So she gives a good picture. Go ahead and start sketching what you see. And remember, you are on the way.
Just like click it and like make it stop for a second. This is clay,
This is like all backwards.
and you're also not really getting a chance to.
There you go.
That's faster.
Because you don't care.
Yeah, I'm just drawing everything.
I think it's easier to look at all 3 of them so you can see the definite difference. It'd be easier
Huh?
to
Why
draw.
aren't you going over there? Because you did it last year.
I already have all this
Just kind of do a
information.
glance, you know, at each
Like,
one of them and then come back.
That. That. Hmm? Say what?
Can you see the difference now between them?
So you see that.
Oh, for this one semester. Yeah, I think it was 115 for the whole year.
Do you want me to hold it for you so you can look?
Yeah, that would be nice. I'm not going to bust out peasants. No, just anybody.
So really, these two, the silt and the sand are very like separate, like everything in them is different.
Yeah.
This is all clumped together more of a mixture. And this is large.
Oh, walk it. I think I'll look up. See, I took the avenue, so I can drive and
Yeah.
it's perfect. To me.
Who looks at that? Who's that? Was that Shweta?
Because it needed to be
I
dry.
was thinking about doing that,
It
honestly.
needed to be dry. It's kind of
I'm
hard.
not afraid of it.
Oh! Falls right apart. I'm just saying.
you work with any of the kids that
Statue part of it.
play sports with?
I fired it to go to 200 degrees.
No,
It kind of has a texture of
they're
sand.
supposed to take a professional development course on teaching an inquiry.
That's one of the things you can write down.
I feel like people's composition is she's trying to talk about
Yeah,
sex.
that's what I'm saying, you can write it down.
Exactly. She's like, stop talking about it, how about you just recite it?
Small rocks.
And then go ahead and answer number 5. What are the differences there?
Oh, I guess I should probably let you go first.
I mean, really? Whatever you want to do.
Oh, nice. Tastes good though. It tastes good.
All right, so you should have been able to answer number 5 after being able to see under the smart scope, right? So you started your observations on sand, silt, and clay. And you should have answered number 4 and 5, so we've already done this. All right, so what I need you all to do is in your group, have your materials manager gather supplies. So what you're gonna do is have your materials manager come up here and grab one of these orange trays and bring it back to your table. Try not to run into anyone and be very careful.
What am I doing?
Getting the materials, Mr. Materials.
No, I'm just kidding.
Alright, so notice on your tray, you have some items. Now, what I'd like you to do is talk within your group, plan out how your group would conduct a comparative investigation to explore which of the 3 available soils, so you should only have 2, but we do have 3 to look at, and see which one of the 3 available soils will hold on to or keep the most water. Okay, so talk within your group. Remember, comparative investigation, which soil will hold more water?
Is this all wheat soil types? Or just the wheat soil?
Just consider, well, good question. I would consider the 2 that you have for now, and then we'll actually go over all 3 because we'll exchange information.
Pour the water on top of the soil, the water comes through.
So we have to toss. Unless it's zoomed in.
Yeah, that's why I'm wording.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I guess,
Oh, sorry, yeah. The particles are small.
like that. Soil, or water.
That's not where I was going, but I like where you were going. Put it together. I was gonna just stick this in there without the funnel. But I like
Yeah,
what
that's
you
what I
did.
was, yeah.
Which one's gonna, which question?
Or when you're writing
Uh,
stuff.
I'm gonna pour these in separate, right?
All right, remember that we're not going to do it now, but you are discussing with your groups. Okay? And as a class, we're going to discuss what one design that we all agree on.
Soil type. What are we circling?
All right. All right, so would anybody like to share what their group came up with as far as comparative investigation? And how would you run this? So go ahead and draw popsicle sticks out. See what everyone came up with. David, what did your group come up with?
The two soils that are compatible are topsoil or dirt types, topsoil and sand. And because of the comparative analysis of the sand looking kind of porous, we chose the topsoil as the contender that would hold the most water as smaller particles.
Okay. All right, and what would what would make you believe that topsoil would hold the most as your hypothesis?
Because topsoil has smaller particles than sand, it will retain more water than sand.
Okay. All right, let's see, who else? We should have Monique, what did your group decide on?
We said that the topsoil will hold more water than the potting soil.
Okay. And how do y'all plan on conducting your investigation? How would you do this?
Well, different things.
Putting the funnel in the graduated cylinder and putting the filter in the funnel
Okay.
and putting the dirt, one dirt in the center, one dirt.
Perfect, okay. David, did your group decide to conduct your investigation in the same way Monique's group conducted, with the two graduated cylinders, filters on top, or funnel, then filter, then soil? Or was your investigation a little different than theirs?
We hadn't discussed it yet.
We hadn't discussed it, okay.
In my opinion, I would.
You would, okay. All right. And let's go ahead and go with Sarah. What did your group decide on? Same thing?
Yeah, wait. For how to do it?
So what was your hypothesis and how would you conduct it?
We believe the potting soil will hold more water than the sand
Okay.
because the particles are smaller, and we chose to conduct it the same exact way.
All right.
I think that we should be measuring how much water we put in, so that we're putting in the equal amount of water in some way.
And why do you want to why do you want to make sure the water is equal?
Because that way, when we pour it in, we can, like if we pour in 100 grams, we should pour in 100 grams of both so that we can compare the two, not 100 grams, 100 milliliters, I'm sorry. I'm thinking as I'm going, 100 milliliters, like we shouldn't, if, you know, we pour 50 in 100, then there's gonna be more.
And what do we call that?
Comparative analysis.
Controlling variables, thank you. All right, so we all agree that we are going to conduct our experiments the same way, and then we're going to compare soil types. Okay, so remember, this is a comparative investigation,
Not an experiment.
not an experimental. Why is it not an experimental?
Because there's no.
Because why?
There's no control.
There's no control. Good job.
That's right.
All right.
I just said it. Too hard.
All right, so what I'd like you to do is, with your group, go ahead and conduct your experiment. And,
No, not an experiment.
I mean, your comparative investigation. And you're gonna fill out 6 through 9 on your samples. So you're gonna run the trial 2 times. So you're gonna run it twice. And then you're gonna put the average. Once you get your information, you can come up on the board. We'll have one person, our reporter from your group, come up and record your answers. And you'll get there when you get there. Go ahead and run your investigation. Yes.
Since we
Can't just say something that somebody says.
should we, what?
Measure.
Should we weigh out?
Measure the water with water.
Yes.
No, we were left.
This.
Yeah, we should measure out the water.
No,
Well,
and we need to measure out how much.
It says it
weigh
now.
this
Yeah,
first,
soil,
and then
sorry,
do
that's
this
just
one
all
there.
why they.
You weigh this.
Oh, you're thinking about
Weigh
distribution.
this. You put in your filters.
Yeah, with the.
Okay.
Right?
Whichever
I
one
mean,
you
we
wait for all the water
Should
to
we,
dry.
should we say that so everybody's
Stop
doing the
to-
same thing?
I got some more.
So good question. What makes this a comparative
okay?
investigation?
So you
What
can
are
start.
we comparing?
You need to like push it out. Okay. We should probably measure the soil before we put it in the. Also, we should all use the same amount of water.
Yeah.
So the water stays the same. What's
We
different?
need to all use the same. I'm sorry, I'm more worried about all the groups are doing different things right now. Hey, wait, so,
we put this on?
hold on.
Yeah.
all the groups
Okay,
have
for
to
this
do
one, we're gonna use
universal,
something
like,
simple, so we're not gonna do like
measurements.
Vanilla
So what do we all
We
wanna
don't
do?
have enough complexes.
No.
Like 30 milliliters of water?
Wait.
50 milliliters of water? 30 grams, 30 something? Okay. Hey, do 30 milliliters of water and let's do a gram, I'm gonna mess something up. I don't know how much is what.
7. How much?
How much does this weigh?
Well, it's bigger than the mass,
Yeah.
you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, half a gram.
Can y'all stop? Gosh, I'm tired. So this is like, so make it, let's do 12 grams.
I just wanna see how it funneled
That
out.
seems like a good,
So that way you can just-
no. Milliliters of water, 30.
Did you figure out how much the filter ran first?
Yes,
Oh,
I
yeah,
did.
there's some
I
tension.
barely got to it before we poured that in there.
Conversion, because you're gonna take the mass.
I'm at 7. Okay, yeah, so 12 grams.
No, because we're just
That's
measuring the
half a
water.
gram.
Like,
The
we're
amount of
not,
water
we're,
we're-
yeah, we're just measuring the amount of water and comparing it, so we wouldn't need to convert anything.
So are y'all good with 12 grams?
Hmm?
Are y'all
12
good with
grams for each thing? No, we should be all using the same amount. So we should
not
choose a
this,
universal,
but at the,
like of all the
How much
soils.
soil we
So when we do it, we
Take
need to
the
use,
mass of
so
the
what'd you do?
soil and then the mass of the what?
so we should all, okay.
We just need the same amounts because we have different things, yours is gonna weigh different than mine.
Y'all have sand.
So you'll have
Oh,
volume,
we
so
have
just,
Alright, well,
Well, should we just do it first?
do 12 grams of every soil then?
you're gonna be measuring the difference
That's a
in
good
weight
point.
from your starting sample versus your end sample when you add water. So if you're,
Measuring how much water
So
is,
if it holds more water.
we were measuring how much water went through
Yeah.
That's what it says on the paper.
Knowledge.
versus, I see where you're going with this. Is it?
I don't know.
Well, the thing is, you might get some transfer of water onto the cone itself.
You talking about
Yeah, I
onto the
think-
filter itself?
Well, that.
Would it be better to measure like how much water went through out of a total amount of water, or would it be
Yeah, this is
better
the water,
to
so the amount of
measure?
water drained.
Okay,
So.
so that's what we should, okay.
Just do 12. Just do
So
12.
we're doing 12
Just do 12.
grams of each soil.
So wait, do
We
we
didn't-
measure?
So is everyone using the same amount of water?
Yeah,
30.
30.
30? Okay.
I'll go grab 30 milliliters of water.
While I get this doing something.
Water held by soil.
Okay, sand is first.
Yeah. We'll do.
So just use your full sample.
Yeah, like on the side.
Said just use the full sample, dump water, but we're gonna use, how many grams do you guys use of your solids?
12.
12.
But then it's gonna be hard for us to get the same amount, because we don't have. That's, yeah, I think it's good.
We have to knock this down to 12 grams, yeah.
Not beyond a 12.
Yeah.
How many grams of soil are we,
I don't think so, because it's based off
So here's the
the
thing.
sample.
10? Oh, about 12. I know that's a random amount, I don't know, we just threw some on there with that.
It's gotta be 12.7 because we gotta subtract.
Jump up too much.
4.7?
Yeah, because that's not good.
This is why nobody should put me in charge of anything.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is.
It's got so much more air.
Oh, okay. I was,
Okay,
which needs
That's
to.
so we need to pour. Slightly
I
less,
trust
it's like
you.
20 hours.
We're good. I got you.
Go for it. Should we like shake it a little?
No.
no.
25.
Yeah. Here, we can.
Oh, we'll pour that one in. We need something else to measure it.
What?
You guys already
There's still like
poured.
a drop left.
Yes.
There's like no drama.
You're fine, that's a good idea. I like it.
Okay, 25.
Let's do it.
25.
Just a pin.
So 25?
Yeah. Right. So,
So it held
So 3 inches is like half a gram.
take this out.
Yes,
That's
including
very close.
Okay, materials manager.
Okay, held
Oh,
up 5.
see?
No, it's fine. That's fine.
So this should be 1 single.
Please throw this on the.
Oh, what was that force logo? I'm gonna pour this in.
And remember, you're gonna run it 2 times.
So you'll run
The experiment. Yes, same amount of water, the same sample twice.
Wait, so this same exact sample that we already ran, do it again or a different one?
Or like a
Let's
new
see.
12.
Yes, I would run it twice.
For
So, yes.
Hypothesis
Let me give y'all some more filters. So I think we need.
Probably should have actually picked like a good number and not just thrown some sand on a thing and decided that.
Maybe it's just like
You on? Good. Come on. This is not fun.
that. So what did you
Or maybe we
choose?
can use this.
If we run out of colors,
Hey, what's up?
Because
It's pretty close. That's like 31.
I learned about it
we
today.
might not for
Porosity?
2.
Yeah, that's what
I'll just say with that.
Oh, dang it. Oh no, that was perfect. Cool.
Just use a super student.
Yeah.
Because if not, I'm sure someone else has potting soil.
Alright, you
So
all ready?
we'll just use their numbers if we have to.
Then potting soil is designed for water to drain off.
Yeah, it's true.
Is that what your plant doesn't drown?
It goes away for underground too.
Actually, I should come into Lowe's and she was like, my plant died, and she told me what she was like, oh, you drowned your plant. You can't drown a plant.
Wow.
They make oxygen. Right.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
no.
Larger particles, more
These bubbles?
What is that anymore? We're not weighing our sample,
All the way to the very bottom of this.
Wait, what?
right? We're not weighing our sample. Oh, we're still weighing our sample.
See what I'm
Well, the
saying?
potting
So like pushed it
So
down.
when you use the potting soil,
We should make sure
that
it's
you have enough,
compacted.
enough for 2 samples to run it 2 times, okay? Because we're gonna use your data. Okay.
Where?
That is a good point.
Okay.
And I'm wondering how we can.
We can try whatever.
So let's just try
You can
next.
try, but if not, we can take their data when we put it up on the board. Yeah.
Well, just make sure, so
So
hey,
you'll just run your trial once.
really fast, when y'all do the topsoil, make sure y'all like compact it.
We have potting soil.
Yeah, yeah, we just learned that the hard way.
Yeah, I hit the filter on the table to knock it down.
Cause we left a good amount of air
Well,
No, it's because it wasn't like,
on the bottom of the.
Bless you.
here, let's just do that one again.
Look when you're trying to coax those like little doodle bugs out of the ground.
It's at,
I mean, there's
25.
some of this is still kind of dry.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, like half of this is still dry.
See, that job hasn't fallen for a while.
Okay, this one's
This one,
6.
drop one last
Do you want
one.
mine? Oh, it's dry.
26 though.
Okay, so
hello?
this time, let's transfer that one, let's push this one all the way down, all the way down.
Hey, can I do this?
Still 25.
Yeah.
Say, and this one, do
Push it down.
yes, because again. So basically,
Non-foam.
Did you get the video?
12 grams and 30 milliliters.
Okay.
And then the second one would be
Is the numbers, are the numbers the same?
6 grams.
Wait,
30 milliliters.
why are we waiting?
Alright, we got
for the amount of sample that's going in.
Right?
We have 30
Yeah.
points.
Oh, for the before and after.
to make sure that it's consistent. Got it. Okay.
How much did it say it should be in here? How much did it say that should be in here? Did you do the math?
Oh,
Because we start off with 30, right? So it should be 5. So this should weigh 5.
Yeah, it should be 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do we start off with? 12?
12. It should be 17.
Oh, plus the half that was in there.
Plus half.
Still holding it.
Should say it was 30.
So one more step.
So 12. It's holding 7.5 grams.
7.5 grams.
Or 7 grams, sorry, 7 grams.
7 grams of water.
That's what it says for the weight, but not from
I have some water right here if you want.
Oh, thank you.
Alright, you guys
Oh, 'cause
should
you're
be working
measuring
on your
milliliters.
second soil type.
milliliters.
Should be working on your second soil type. If you're not, please move forward.
What?
I just love messing things up.
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
Did you measure the 30s last time? We didn't know.
Don't forget your conclusion for number 9.
Dr. West, do you know what a lead STP would be at a
What?
primary school?
What?
The job I just got was, at the primary school, but it said like lead STP, something like that. I listened to it like 3 times and couldn't figure out what it was telling me.
Lead STP.
So it's the same as
Not an oil filter.
That's what, I don't know if it means it's like, because it would be like kindergarten, if that means it was just out.
No, I don't know.
I was just curious.
that's like,
And
You
the
have a
soil.
callback number?
This is the, oh, this
You
is
just have to tell them yes or
And the
no.
next one's what we
Do
talked
what?
about.
You just have to tell them yes or no.
Yeah, it's all automated, so I have to click 1 or 2 and accept. And I don't know what I just accepted, other than I have to be there at 7:30.
In the morning.
Oh, it gave us 25 again.
So I'll be there at 7:30.
Give it a try.
Yeah.
So same thing.
You're not gonna die, they're not gonna kill you.
No. Did it work this time?
No,
Oh, is this the
yeah,
same?
I'm good.
So it's 25 again? I think it's 25. Well, 'cause we gotta go from the bottom of the...
Would you like some?
I think I got it. Thank you.
Oh, gosh. That's definitely 25.
Megan Fraser.
yeah. She was talking about you this weekend, yesterday, actually. She was like, so how dare you?
Yeah, go ahead and expose your
She's the first
samples
person
in
I've
the
ever
trash.
Texas State.
Oh, really?
Done.
That's awesome.
And then put your numbers on the board. Trial 1, trial 2, and your average.
Really?
So you all should know how to get the average. Remember, add your 2 trials together, divide by
It's 25
2.
again.
Again?
Yeah.
Or should we?
And then you don't have to
Yeah,
take
go
an
ahead and
average
put
or.
your data on there.
Whatever you
Trial 1, like how
Let's see, this one's gonna be
or how much percent?
main.
Amount that was kept. So that, yes. So how much water did each hold?
I'm just taking one of this.
Oh. So the amount held. Five,
Right, that's what we got, 5,500
Yeah. Wait.
for sand.
Yeah. 5-5.
Our potting soil, that kind of necessitates.
Alright, you want to
Yeah,
do topsoil or do you have to do potting soil?
For your information, go ahead and keep it, Kristen, and then we're gonna go ahead and grab, their group's information.
Okay.
Tyler, how are you guys doing over there?
Good?
Good? Are you all almost done?
Yeah.
Okay. Because we're gonna need your information for our potting soil.
Here's the.
Okay, once you're done, start cleaning it up. So once you're done, start cleaning it up.
Should we throw this?
Yes, 25.
Yes, go ahead and dispose
And the extra sand.
any of the extra materials I can hold on to. Like if you had extra sand, you had any soil left over, I can keep those. Everything else you may trash.
Just give us 25 again. Sand and potting soil has the same. Sand and potting soil is fine. But it means everything. Topsoil is good too. Topsoil has the topsoil.
Alright, who had information for topsoil? Put your information on the board, please. I should have each group put something up on this board. So if your group has it, you should be doing that now.
26.
Yes. Good.
Between. There really wasn't.
I know.
I'm not doing that on purpose. See?
Alright.
I don't know what it is.
She's just like, David's so awesome.
Well, like, I have to decide when there.
There's not a lot of
Did you?
They didn't say special.
Yeah, she was in my
I'm glad I'm graduating with her.
trip. Huh?
I'm glad I'm graduating this year.
Are you?
You're like in December.
Okay. That's whenever I'm graduating too.
Alright guys, go ahead and get back to your seats, and then we'll do a cleanup before we go. But go ahead and get back to your seats so we can move along.
Any money's good money. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so notice that particle size is the size of the individual pieces. Notice gravel is larger, sand is slightly smaller, going from 0.05 millimeters to 2 millimeters. You have silt smaller than that, and then clay less than 0.002 millimeters. Why did we get these results? Notice that we have pore space. It's a tiny hole or opening, so your larger pieces, like your gravel, would have more pore space. And then your smaller, like clay or silt, such as clay or silt, would have smaller pore spaces. All right, the word retain, this is a new vocabulary term. It's to continue to have something. So